Welcome to Hot Flashes and Bold Moves, a podcast for women over 50 who are done apologizing, done shrinking, and absolutely done pretending we don't know where our clitoris is.
That's right. We're Michelle and Dana, two badass, hilarious, hormone-raging women navigating the wild ride of aging with no filter, no shame, and no damn patience for bullshit.
From vaginal mysteries to dating disasters, dry spells to bold-ass reinventions, we are serving up real talk, belly laughs, and probably a little oversharing.
True. So pour a glass, put a fan in your bra, and buckle up. It's about to get
Hot in here. This is Hot Flashes and Bold Moves. Let's get into it. Hello, and welcome to
Hot Flashes and Bold
Moves.
We'll get it
are
together.
your hosts. I am Michelle.
And I am Dana.
And today we are going to talk about self-care. Now,
Hey girl,
Dana
what
would
kind of
let you-
self-care are you talking about?
I was about to say, Dana would tell you self-care is about being in the bathtub rubbing one out.
That's not what we're talking about today.
Well, we could be. Whatever works for you. And talking about lots of other things. First, though, back to business, important business. Dana, what's in your cup?
What's in my little Bucky's cup?
Your Bucky's
I
cup.
wish I had some.
For those of you that don't know, Bucky's is a Texas icon. right.
Usually I have a nice little libation in there. Today, I don't know, from the past podcast with the breast cancer on, my friend Missy, I forgot wherever. So during her healing journey, she does
Yes.
a lot of clear protein and collagen. So that's what I have in my cup. It's clear protein and collagen.
Like a shake mix or a powder?
Yeah, you kind of like, you take the little blender thing and it's like a scoop and you scoop it in there.
Okay.
So it's like a pina colada sour cherry flavor, this one. And so it's good for healing. Like if you're going through, like, helps heal, and the extra protein and that kind of stuff, and collagen, because we lose our collagen. Yeah. So that's what I'm drinking. What's in your cup, sister?
And you'll recall we have talked on past podcasts, protein now, ladies, after 50, lots and lots and lots of protein. Whatever
Yeah, and
way.
one scoop of this protein, I think, is 20 grams of protein, and it's
Oh,
like
goodness.
0 calories, and it's just, so if you're like, I'm trying to get 64 ounces of water in a day, so I don't know about you. I mean, it's hard for me to drink all that water, so I can mix this in there, and it's still adding to I'm getting my water intake and my protein intake.
Well, and yeah, so getting all that water in is hard. I don't struggle with it because honestly, aside from the occasional adult beverage, water is really all I drink.
Yeah.
And it gets boring, right? So you gotta add some flavor, and if you can add flavor, that also gives you some other supplements. Then more
Correct.
power to you. Giddy up, right?
And I'll get the name. It's Zing. It begins with an X. I'll get it and put it in when we drop this episode, I'll put it in the bottom, and because I do it, I drink at least one of those a day to help me get my protein intake and the collagen. And I can't say the name of it. It's
All right.
X. So whatever. I'll get it for y'all. What are you drinking? I'm sure you're having something more exciting than I am.
My drink is actually, this will surprise no one, Wheatley vodka.
Wheatley.
What? Wheatley? Blackberry hint water, which I love the hint water. I know I've mentioned this on previous podcasts, but I love it because it's got the fruit, no artificial sweeteners, no artificial colors, no carbonation. It's just water with a little bit of fruit flavor, and it's fabulous. I'm going to tell you, it costs a little more and it's worth it. And they've got blackberry, peach, mango, watermelon, pineapple, cherry. Oh my God, so much things. I enjoy that quite a bit. And I've also today added, this is a brand, Arbonne Fizz Stick. Now, I used to be a consultant for Arbonne. I'm not anymore, so I ain't selling you. You don't want to come buy it from me. However, I do love it because the flavors are awesome. Arbonne is a B Corp, which means everything about them is about the environment. There are no artificial sweeteners, artificial colors. Everything is vegan certified, and I love it. It's a boost and kind of an appetite suppressant. And they come in all kinds of flavors. Blackberry is my favorite, but they have Oh, you know what? I'm not even going to tell you what they have because they keep switching it up. Anyway, it's the Boost without the buzz. Only cane sugar. It's a powder that comes in a stick. 15 calories a stick, and it's amazing. Now, yes, today I'm drinking it in my vodka and blackberry hint water. Otherwise, like I was saying, when I only drink water, I'll put a stick in it. Short story long, there's a quiz. What is Michelle drinking? What is in Michelle's cup? Because I just talked a lot about a lot of things.
Wheatley, hint water, stick.
Fizz stick.
Fizz
stick. Oh my God. I have to tell
I was
you,
paying attention.
you know what? I'm going to tell you in the world, the funniest story. So I have been using Arbonne products for almost 10 years.
Yeah.
I use it for my skincare. I use the Fizz sticks. There's a variety of things. Claude and I, we have another career, leadership development and personal growth training. So sometimes, and there are 4 of us that primarily do this, and sometimes there are periods during the class, which is 3 days, kind of balls to the wall, intensive awesomeness.
Yes.
There are periods of time when we are at the back of the room and we're not doing anything, and there's a lull. And because we are so amped up on adrenaline, when that lull occurs, sometimes we get a little sleepy. And as I mentioned, Fizz sticks have a Boost without the buzz. Their active ingredient that's caffeine like is, I think, taurine is what it's called.
Yeah.
So
it is,
it's all botanically based too.
Claude
and I are sitting there at a period of time, we're at the back of the room in the lull, and I see him kind of drooping and fading. And so I lean over and I whisper in his ear, "Would you like a Fizz stick?" I back up and he looks at me.
You want to do what with my dick? Is that what he said?
No, it's somewhere along that lines. I back up, he looks at me and he goes, "What did you say?" And I lean back over and say, "Would you like a Fizz stick?" So what was going on in his brain that entire time was,
naughty boy.
He heard fist dick.
What do you do with that, Claude?
Yeah.
What's
and while his brain is processing this, he's looking at me like I have 3.
Yeah, girl. He's like
he's looking at me like I have 3 heads. And what's happening is she flirting with me? What's happening? And in his brain is, I can't think of anything I would like less than a fist dick.
God. Yeah. Not even just that. I can see him too going. I can see him too because he does his lips like this.
He was. No, actually, it's not. Oh my God, you're so close. It's this.
I can't do it. Yeah, I can't do it right.
It's the pondering.
He's like, he does
and
that.
What's crazy is she flirting with me?
Yeah, Kevin.
Where?
Yeah, Claude.
Where is happening?
I don't want no fists near me at all. I don't know. Keep your fists to yourself, pal. No. I don't even know. As we digress, because I can go down a rabbit hole.
That's the
why
fun
does
part.
Anybody think that's?
That's the fun part.
I was like, why does anybody think?
Okay, so today's episode, and again, you'll notice Dana and I are in different places, not side by side. It's because we're in different parts of the country, and we still want to make this happen because we are passionate about being with you and talking about the shit that impacts all of us. And so today we want to talk about self-care. And the reason this is important is because, and I say this a lot, and it is true, and I can't say it enough, it is true, because each generation has different life stories, values, all the things that are passed down from whomever, right? Our moms are the moms who paved the way for the rest of us to be career women, right? We can have it all. We can have a career, we can have a family, we can do everything. We don't ask for help. We power through, we do it all. Well, now what's happened is because that's been created and we all follow those rules, for lack of a better word. Now we are in a place where no other generation has been, where we are caring for children at home, right? CEOs of our companies, CEOs of our households, and caring for aging parents, and potentially caring for spouses or significant others who need it, right? And we do that all to the detriment of what we need, because we've been taught to put everything and everybody else before ourselves. I have a number of dear friends, people I love wholeheartedly, who are doing that in their lives right now. And the balance and the boundaries are so hard, and they are exhausted. They are emotionally, physically, mentally overwhelmed. So this is for them. Well, I can't even guarantee that any of them are going to listen to this or watch this, but it's also for all of you and my sister friend Dana, because here's the thing. You cannot make yourself so sick that you make somebody else well.
Right.
Yeah. So this is about taking time to fill your cup. You are worthy of it. Yes. Everybody else is important. You love them. We know. We know. And can't take care of those people if you are spent and burnt
Yeah.
out, right? So while I do want to have a conversation with some of our friends who are doing the caring for aging parents, because
Right.
that's a separate subject.
Well, especially at our age,
Yeah,
because our parents
exactly.
are
And it's
most
something
of our
to
parents are in their late 70s, and
Yeah, and it's something to get deeper. And because of medical science, they're all living much longer, right?
yeah.
We are, they are, everybody. I mean, once upon a time, the life expectancy, you'd retire and your life expectancy beyond that was 7 years, maybe. And
Uh,
so, and obviously that's going a lot further. And now we are, like I said, we are the first generation that has been in this middle place where we are taking care of aging parents and children at the same time. It's a lot
well,
of
I know, and
talking.
our children are. God, I was watching Bill Maher because I like to watch him, and it was kind of surprising because Marjorie Taylor Greene was on there, and then she was talking about how this age group of our children are not able to purchase a home. They don't make enough money to purchase a home. They're not wanting children, all these things, and so guess where they are? They're with us.
Home with
Yeah,
mom, dad, or mom,
yeah,
or dad. Yeah, or mom and mom, dad and dad, whatever. Yes,
whoever,
with
grannies,
their parents,
whatever. Yeah,
grandparents, aunts, uncles. Yeah, whatever primary caregiver is, they're still
yeah,
in those places. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause they can't afford it. So
Yep.
yeah, you were talking about you and I did a class together, and it was something that I learned about myself. I always put other people first. I
Yep.
mean,
Yep.
to the
Yep.
point of letting everybody go eat before I did, which I'm thinking to myself, "Ah, girl, you need to eat. You have this beautiful body. You obviously eat. Go get you some food." 'Cause I don't. What I'm saying is and my mom always tells me this because I just go, 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 and take care of everybody. She goes, "What are we gonna do if something happens to you?" And I'm like, I never thought about that. Like, yeah, when you're the one and I'm not saying I take care of everything. Well, I mean, I don't think I do any more than any other mom or daughter or anything. It's kind of like you said, like with the oxygen when it comes off, or in the class you're talking about the oxygen comes down. You got to put it on yourself first before you can take care of everybody else. I just cannot get in that mentality. I'm
Can't put
always
the
like, here,
oxygen
here's you
mask on?
first.
Excellent example. So we've all been told take care of others before ourselves. Put everybody in front of us. And
Yeah,
you're on an airplane, cabin becomes depressurized. What do the flight attendants tell you to do? Put
put your
your
mask on
mask
first.
on before you help anybody else. Even your children. Put your
Yeah,
mask on before you help anybody else. Because if you don't put your mask on, boom, you're dead and so are they. Sorry.
yeah.
That's blunt and it's true. It's an actual condition that occurs after altitude, becomes depressurized, your brain goes, we're done, and then you're not helping anybody and everybody's out. It's true.
Right.
It's true. And we will run ourselves ragged helping other people, right?
So what do you do for self care then? Like, I mean, what do you do?
You know what? This is clearly an episode I am passionate about, and you're going to hear
Obviously,
a
go
lot
ahead, sister. Speak.
from Michelle today.
Preach it.
Woo, 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 woo. I'm actually going to tell you my story that fine fucking Lee made me get it. I was the CEO of a medical specialty society downtown Chicago. Small organization, nonetheless, running it, right? And small staff. All that said, I traveled 50% of the year. I worked late all the time. And if I wasn't working late in the office. I had my computer at home. Sometimes I took my computer to bed with me. In that time, I had 3 children living at home, and I was a single mom, and I had to manage to feed them and get them to their events and do all those things, right? I had a long distance relationship going. I was in Chicago area at the time, and my man was in Texas. And then I had my mom, who was still alive at the time, and healthy, didn't require me to take care of her.
Right.
But still, she needed me and she wanted my time, right? So I have all these things happening. And ultimately, I got a life-threatening case of bacterial pneumonia. I ended up in the hospital week. My children, who I have a good relationship with their father, and he lived in the same town that we lived in at the time. I'm in a hospital room. I am hooked up to all the things. There are tubes and wires and monitors and all the things happening over here, right? And my children's father brings my children to visit me, and the look of terror and sadness in their eyes is something I would wish on no one.
Yeah.
I wasn't taking care of them then. No, no, no. My mother, who had actually retired, she was my predecessor in my job, had to come out of retirement to do my job for me. I wasn't taking care of her then.
Yeah.
A long distance relationship, my man had to leave his home in Texas where his children were to come to take care of me. So he had to leave everything he had going on behind to come and take care of me. I wasn't taking care of that relationship at the time.
Mhm.
So the moral of the story is you go, you go, you go, you take care of everything and everybody else first. It's going to show up, it's going to manifest. And then you can't take care of anything or anybody.
Yeah.
And it took me a good year before I was physically back to normal. And so I'm just telling you, I know what I know. And you might be out there going, oh, Michelle, it's so easy for you to say. I got to take care of all these things and all these people. You can't pour from an empty cup, sister friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm
Well,
saying.
I had something similar. I had this is so gross. I had a staph infection on my back. Listen, I remember it was on a Wednesday, and I went and I said, I have to get you have to get me in before daycare because I have to pick up my kids or whatever. And he goes, oh, this is deep. Take this medicine, and here's some pain medicine. And I was like, okay. And I said, why do I need pain medicine? He said, because it's going to get worse before it gets better, and it's going to be painful. I was like, okay. So Wednesday, I'm like, it's starting to get painful and whatever. This is so disgusting when I'm about to tell you. I look like I had a tit on
Leprosy?
my back.
Leprosy?
No, it looked like I had a boob on my back. That's how
Oh,
swollen it was. And get this. So I go to work on Monday. And I call the doctor and I say, hey, look, it's really bad. And they go, well, we can't get you in today. And I said, well, I've got to get in before 5 o'clock because I have to pick up my kids. Well, then go to the emergency room. So I go to the emergency room, and the nurse is like, what? Why is it like this? Like, why did you let this get so bad? And I was like, well, he told me it was going to get worse before it got better.
and it's back
And she's
there.
like,
It's back
no,
there. I
and she
can't
goes,
see it.
she's like, this is horrible. And so I'm not going to get into the grossness of it. But anyway,
Thank you.
they,
I don't need to hear
they're-
about how they pierced and drained and
yeah,
all
yeah,
the
you don't
things.
want to hear all that.
Yeah.
I was hospitalized. It was so bad. I was hospitalized, and I went in, I think like November 10th, and I got out, and I had MRSA. It was MRSA staff. And she said, you were this close for it to getting into your bloodstream, which probably would have killed you. She goes, why did you wait so long? And I said, well, I have to pick up my kids. I had to get them off to school. I had to go to work. My mom, I didn't want to put her out, having, to what? So guess what
Yes.
happened? They ended up having to go with my mom anyway because
Yeah. And
I was
now
in the
for
hospital for
longer.
10. Yeah.
And now for
I was in the
longer.
hospital.
Yeah.
Yes. I was in the hospital for 10 days, and I had a home health care nurse come pack and unpack my back from November 17th all the way to January 1st. That's how bad it was nasty, but I didn't take care of myself.
Right. Because you were
Yeah.
taking care of everything and
Everybody else.
everybody else.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't. I got
Well,
to go pick up my kids from daycare.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is we do that. We all do it. I'm not, and this is not me judging anybody and saying, bad sister, friend, you shouldn't do these things.
Yeah.
This is us saying we get it. People told us to, everybody before you. And the problem is my pneumonia was so bad that my oxygen levels in my lungs were at like COPD levels.
Yeah.
I was so exhausted, and the
Yeah.
doctor said it's because shit's shutting down. And I would have died had it not been for the fact that it was Halloween weekend and my man happened to be visiting me, and I woke up and went, I feel like I'm suffocating. He's like,
Yeah.
should we go to the ER? I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess we should. Had it not been for that, I might have died because I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, it's just a chest thing,
Yeah.
right? I'm like, because that's
Come
what
here.
we do.
I'll just put a bra on my back. I'll just walk around with a bra on my back. I
Right.
don't care.
Because that's what we
Yeah,
do.
we do.
I get it.
I think too, I do some mobile notary stuff, and I did a mobile notary at the hospital today. And the woman it was my mom's age. And I see her daughter in there, and I think it is so sad. Like, things are turning, and now we are taking care of our parents. I don't know. I don't know what to do about all that. And how do you do self-care? I don't know. I Netflix and chill is what I do.
You know what? That's enough. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I honestly, sisters, it doesn't even need to be that. You don't have to take hours. You don't.
Yeah.
I would recommend it.
Yeah.
One of the things that I do that everybody can do that takes 2 minutes, if that, what do I want to say? I don't want to say meditate because people are like, ooh, woo woo stuff. And I don't like woo woo stuff.
No, I don't think it's You can say I think
Breathing,
moment. You can take a moment.
mindfulness, breathing
Yeah.
and mindfulness.
Yeah.
And I will just sit, or at night when I go to bed, or when I'm in the shower, I will just take a couple minutes to just breathe deeply, focus on my breathing, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I can feel my body lighten and
Yeah.
relax, and it's huge. So it doesn't have to be a big production. When I worked in an office, I would take 5 minutes. So those of you that are still working in an office full time, or an out in the world environment, I worked in many offices for many years, and I would just take a minute to turn my back to whatever device, computer, phone, and just breathe.
Clear
Focus
your
my
brain.
brain on only the breathing.
Breathing. Yeah.
Now, your mind's gonna come and go. Your mind does what it wants to do. And
I
so
try to
what I will
meditate.
say
Did I
is,
do this?
huh?
I try to meditate. Here I am.
Yeah, no, you don't have to do
Did I
that.
turn off the stove? Did I put stuff in the dryer? Yeah, it's hard for me.
Right. Well, and that's why I don't use the word meditate, because
Yeah,
when people hear meditate, they have a preconceived notion about
yeah,
meditate. Meditation really is just mindfulness accompanied by some breathing. And mindfulness means you are in tune with you and the breathing. You focus on the breathing, and your brain is going to do what it does, right? Stuff's going to come in. And if you chase it away and get all bunged up about the fact that stuff came in your brain and you're meditating,
yeah.
then you've defeated the purpose entirely. If stuff comes into your brain, just be like, okay, stuff came in, think on it, go back to focusing on the breathing. It's that
Yeah.
simple. It doesn't have to be you don't have to sit with your knees up around your ears and on your shoulder, or your legs up on your
Hey, wait a
shoulders,
second. That's a
whatever.
different podcast. That's a different topic.
That's a different self-care thing
That's a different type of self-care, lady.
in a different episode altogether. You can just sit in your office chair and just take some time to breathe. And my
Yeah.
favorite breathing is it's called the box meditation.
Box breathing, yes.
What?
The box breathing.
You know what? You don't even have to close your eyes. All you do is just sit. And it's called a box because you've got a 4 count, a 4 count, a 4 count, and a 4 count. Okay.
Yeah,
And it's so easy. And you sit and you inhale for a count of 4. So it's 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. It's that
yeah.
simple. It makes a
Okay.
world difference. Yeah. Yeah. And no, that's way more intense meditation than I've ever done.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I have a
And I
trouble with
don't disregard it. I know it works wonders. And that box meditation, 4 count inhale, 4 count hold, 4 count exhale, 4 count hold.
yeah.
It's easy, it's fast, and you will feel your body go, hey, we're lighter. Oh, that's nice. We like that. Whatever. On mine, I use a mantra when I do the breathing, when I do where is it? The breathing and the holding and the breathing and the holding. I introduce a mantra, and sometimes it's I am strong, 2, 3, 4. Or as I'm breathing, I am strong, I am powerful, I am healthy, I am happy, whatever. Or you don't have to do
Yeah.
anything, but it's just about whatever focus you need to have. And if the focus just needs to be on you being quiet and settling your mind, it's okay. It's okay. I promise you, in that 30 seconds, 2 minutes, whatever you decide to do of box breathing, the world will not shut down and nobody will dissolve without you.
You know, I've started walking, and I think Claude and I talked about this. I think you and I talked about it too. There's some kind of, oh, I don't remember the guy's name, but I'll find it and put it in the comment section. He's talking about, and I started doing this, and it has actually made a huge difference to me within the hour that you wake up. And I do it with walking, but before I started walking, I would go outside and get grounded, and I would put my bare feet in the grass, take my glasses off, and you're supposed to look in the direction of the sun, not at the sun. Don't burn your cornea or whatever, retinas or whatever. But in the direction of the sun, right? So that the UV lights actually get into your eye. And what it does is it starts the uh, serotonin, it gets it
You don't want
going.
cortisol, the
That's
serotonin.
what
Yeah.
serotonin. So it gets rid of the cortisol out of your, or something. Anyway, I'll put it in the thing so people, because it's very interesting. And so now when I start walking in the morning. You can do it with like within an hour of you waking up. I take my glasses off and I look in the direction of the sun. And I've noticed I do feel better
Yes.
during the day when I do that.
Yes. It's
So
easy
yeah,
stuff. It's
yeah,
easy. It's,
that's self
you know
care.
what? I take it back. It's simple stuff. And for those of us who aren't thinking about it or focusing on ourselves a little bit, it's not necessarily easy. If you
Yeah,
have dogs, I know you have dogs
yeah,
and other people out there, if you have dogs, so I take the dogs out in the morning and I stand on the deck. Dogs are outside doing what the dogs need to do.
yeah,
What you just said, I don't go into the grass. I don't ground myself per se in the grass.
yeah,
However, I ground myself in nature. I will stand there on the deck. I will turn and face whatever the direction the sun is coming from. And I will close my eyes, take deep breaths, feel the sun on my face, feel the breeze, whatever, birds, all the things in nature happening around me. It does wonders. So if you're
yes,
dog people, some of you might take your dogs for a walk, which is an awesome self-care thing because
yeah,
you get some quality time for you. But if you don't have time in the morning to take your dogs for a walk and you're just letting them out, go out with them. Stand there. And what Dana just said, ground yourself. Stand in the grass, look at the sun, deep breaths, hear the world, nature around you, and it's amazing. It does so much.
another self care for me, like when y'all live close, when you and Clyde live close, self care to me is also going to sit at a Mexican restaurant for 3 hours. Well, that's what women do. I mean, I was like, how can you how can you not? Like, to me, that's self-care. Sitting with your besties and you're just talking and getting away from everything
Yep.
and I feel like we need to start doing it. We tried to do this for my birthday and it didn't quite pan out. You know, getting a girls' weekend or just coming over, getting your friends over and just in your jammies and watching a movie or something.
Absolutely.
I don't know. To me, that's fun.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
enjoy that.
I agree. And it feeds my soul.
It
Feeds
does
my
mine
soul.
too.
I used to have an annual girls trip with my still with my closest friends from middle school, high school. There were 7 of us. We used to do that annually. It has
Yeah,
not unfortunately panned out for the last couple of years.
that's sad.
And it's some of it is because some of us are taking care of aging parents or unwell spouses or whatever, and I get it, and I have no animosity about it, and it fed my soul. It was something once a year that I had to look forward to, being with people who knew me at my core and still loved me.
Yeah,
and it
absolutely.
was silly, and
Yeah,
we ate a lot and we drank a lot, and
yeah.
nobody did hair and makeup.
If
What else do you do? I know you have a routine you love.
Oh, I do. I do have a routine. I get up every morning. I make myself tea, a little tea, and I have a I'm reading the Bible in a year. I do like a little I do the and it's kind of fascinating. It's got a lot of the Bible's kind of got a
It's a
lot of
great story,
shit
dude.
going
It's
on
a
in
great
there. Like there's
story.
some Game of
Yeah,
Thrones business. There's a
yeah.
lot of sex. I mean, so anyway, I'm reading the Bible in a year. I do that. I do a little daily thing, and now I've started walking every morning, and it's just kind of what I do. And then after I finish the Bible in a year, I'll probably pick up some other spiritual book and do it for because I'm curious about that kind of stuff. So
Well, and you
I'll
don't have to
probably
just
do
keep
that.
it. If it
Yeah.
comforts you and soothes you,
Yeah.
yeah, then that's the thing. It doesn't have to look like anybody else's. Do
Else's.
what
Yeah,
works
your
for
self care.
you.
Right.
Yeah. And you know what? I need to say this. I need to say this. If you are starting your day by reading your work emails, listening to your work
Oh
voicemails,
boy.
watching the news,
Yes.
stop it. Stop it. That's self-care I can give you that's easy
Yeah.
because you, with any one of those things, you are digging a hole for yourself and your day hasn't even really gotten started yet. Think about it. Work, work, news. News.
Thank you. Well, what you do?
Work, work, news.
Hey, but you know what? Ever since we did that class, in fact, I got honked at the other day. I put in my headphones, and so Live Like You Were Dying, I play that at least by Tim McGraw now. I play that at least once a day. Once a day, I play that song because even if you don't have cancer, and even if you just woke up and lived your day like you were dying, it really puts things in perspective. And I'm over there listening to George Michael Freedom, and I'm dancing. I got honked at because
Oh
I
my
mean,
God, I love that
I
song.
know, so I have a little playlist of things, but every single day since I've gotten back from that workshop or class, I
Just a
play
clap.
that song because it has a meaning to me after the class.
Yeah. When you start to think about your life and your legacy and how you're living now, there's a huge change.
Yes.
So, and I'm going to go back to the news thing. And here's why. Because,
Yeah.
and again, not a judgment thing. Although I'm going to
Right.
tell you, I haven't watched an actual newscast for almost 30 years. And here's why. There's nothing positive there. Media spins what's sexy and what sells. And what's sexy and what sells is fear and violence. And okay, I'm just going to leave it there. Fear and violence,
Yeah.
right? There's nothing positive. Now, is this me saying, don't know what's going on in the world, shut yourself off? No.
You have Claude. Claude keeps you informed.
Absolutely not. Well,
Yeah.
and even so, I'm not saying
Yeah.
don't know what's going on
Right.
in the world. Not saying stick your head in the sand. I'm just saying don't fucking start your day that way. Because again, you've dug a hole for yourself. What are you going to get from the news that's going to be like, woo, let's go today. Woohoo. Nothing.
Right.
Nothing. You're going to get,
Right.
ugh, everybody's dying. The world is blowing up.
There's an alien. As
Even
long as
better things.
Keanu Reeves is the Martian coming on down, I'm fine
Oh
with
my
that.
God. But here's the
Have
other
you
thing.
seen that when he's the Martian?
All of that, everything you're hearing on the news is nothing you can control.
Respond to it.
And if
Yeah.
you start your day with shitty, negative, scary, sad stuff, what do you think is going to happen to you? What do you think you are going to be, where your brain is going to be with that?
Yeah.
Self care. Think about you. Yes,
Another
you
thing,
need to be a news freak. You love the information. Excellent. Just don't start your day that way.
right. Another thing too, like with like my mom and I've created a new thing for us for actually, and it goes along with self care. I pick her up and we go get her mani and pedis together
I love that.
and then have brunch. So yeah, so we do that.
I
And
love
that's been
that.
really quality time, fun time, and nice time to do that.
Yeah. Just,
So
and all
anyway.
you're doing is hanging out and letting somebody else pamper you.
Must be.
All right. So the other thing I wanted you to talk about, you like the bath.
I do. And you know
You're
what
a
the
bath
worst?
taker.
I am a huge bath person. And you know what the worst part is?
Self-care.
You know what the worst part is? Is when I sold my house, I had to get into a new house kind of quickly. And in my master bath, I have what they call a super shower and no bathtub. And do I give two shits about a super shower?
Nobody cares about a
No.
super shower.
I want a
You
bath.
want a super soaker.
I want a super soaker. Hey girl, it's been great doing the self-care thing.
It's a good episode. And as you could tell, we spoke anecdotally, no research. However, I tell you, there's a lot of research out there about the bathing and the bathtubs and the things. You know, do what works for you.
So I guess we're going to surprise everybody next week because we don't know what we're going to be talking about
We don't
next
know
week.
what we're going to talk about. I don't
We'll
know.
just talk about something.
Yeah, I don't know. Does it matter if we have
No, I don't think
next
so.
week we're gonna?
Do you think they remember anyway? No,
I don't know that it does. Yeah, because we might change our minds between now and next week.
Because we're women, that's what we do.
It's our prerogative.
That's right.
All right, so thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Take care of yourselves.
Yes.
And until next week, stay wild.
Stay loud.
And stay unapologetically you. We're two bold, badass women with mics and opinions, but we are not doctors, therapists, or any kind of official experts. On Hot Flashes and Bold Moves, we share real talk, life lessons, and hilarious stories. But this is not medical advice. You make changes to your hormones, health routines, skincare, sex life, or anything else based on what we say, make sure to check in with a professional who knows your body better than we do. We're here to entertain and empower. So if your libido spikes, your face peels off, or your vibrator catches fire, God forbid, we love you, but it's not on us. Own your choices, use your judgment, and don't sue us.